One man in Kajiado's Ongata Rongai has defied the odds by venturing into the building of rudimentary rockets. He believes he will go down in history as the man who built Kenya's first locally made rocket. He told his story and showed his gadgets to KTN's Nicholas Wambua. Take a look.
In Ongata Rongai, Kajiado County, we meet Eugene Awimbo, a man who has been taking the idiom, "It's not rocket science," quite literally. In his backyard we find this machine which Eugene says is a rocket he is yet to finish building. He ventured into the uncharted territory, at least by Kenyan standards, of rocket building 9 years ago, and has had to deal with reservations even from his neighbors who believe that Eugene, who has no university education, does fit the bill of rocket scientist. But he says he has what it takes and is seeking to book himself a place in history books by being the first Kenyan and first African to build a rocket.
Not anyone can make, but because I was very determined, I started building a small 1-foot rocket and stuffing them with black powder. So black powder is ground charcoal and potassium nitrate. So during test they used to work, and this one gave me more interest in trying to build even bigger rockets.
To Eugene, building rockets is not just about putting together metal pieces and wires. It's a passion he developed years ago.
Even countries which are able, like the US, can take maybe decades to put even a cat on Mars, leave alone a human being, because there are many logistics involved.
From missiles and spacecrafts to aircrafts, rockets have been around for centuries, with the first gunpowder-powered rocket built in China in the 13th century. But since then, rocket science has evolved, with the spacecraft Apollo 11 landing the first man, Neil Armstrong, on the moon in the year 1969. Now rockets are used for, among other things, science and research, spaceflight to military warfare. Too far-fetched for Eugene, but he is out to make sure his liquid-fueled rockets leave a mark in rocket building history. All rocket scientists are madmen, and Eugene Awimbo is just but an example of such. He says that in 6 months he can make a fully operational rocket. This is with the help of the government.
We have mad people who think negatively. They are very brilliant scientifically, yes, but they build rockets to kill people. Yeah, and me, I build rocket to do a research on this affordable fuel, and also for hobby.
Eugene's liquid-fueled rocket is thrusted by pressure exerted in liquid. We take a practical lesson on his science of rocket building. These modified bottles are filled with pressure, and when it's enough, the pressure thrusts the rocket into the air.
So there's a difference between a high pressure propulsion system that uses water and soap, the one I've just shown you, and with the combustive rocket, that is the pyrotechnic rocket. So pyrotechnic rocket requires a lot of money to buy chemicals, to do the stuffing, to make sure you build it under very controlled conditions, because any slight external force can make it go off before you launch it.
He has spent over 40,000 shillings to come up with what he calls an earthquake rocket, with a standard giant rocket estimated to cost upwards of $500 million. Finances stand in the way of his dreams to build a powerful rocket.
Because with good resources, I assure you I can build a rocket that can go very far, either to space or deliver anything around regionally.
He is hoping that the government's youth empowerment program will enable him further pursue his venture.
And if the government is interested, they can hire me to build them a very affordable rocket, very safe.
Eugene may not have set foot in any science laboratory, but he believes his dreams are valid. Nicholas Wambua for KTN News from Ongata Rongai, Kajiado County.